Before I started this devlog series, the game was in a much different state. This footage is from November 7th of 2023, which really isn't that long ago, but this game has went through many different phases, and also the fact that it takes me like years to release a new act. Sorry about that. Moving on from that, in this video we will program the player exiting their apartment room and going to the elevator and beginning their journey. If you haven't already, play the game on Roblox. It's available to play now. And while you're at it, why not follow me on Twitter at BaconEggs without the A. Back to the video. Aside from what I plan to do with the player leaving the apartment, I also want to kind of change the way that the dialogue looks. And I want everything to be in this coherent one line and change this fading effect into more like a typewriter so the player can follow along easier and not be prompted with a huge load of text that they gotta read instantly before it fades away. Here's another example of that scenario. It just doesn't look quite right, and I can barely read it from far away. So it'll be best if we change how this looks. Now that I've implemented this change, it does look quite more simple and easy to read, and also I like that the characters appear and instead of the whole text fading in, it's a lot more easy to read and comprehend, and you can kind of keep up with it. And there's also a skip button if you don't want to wait the whole time, but that was the thing before, so it doesn't really change anything. Now we can get to the stuff I talked about earlier and actually planned to do in this episode before I was sidetracked. Now we get to the section where the player exits their apartment room into the hallway, and after getting out into the hallway, they go to the elevator and they kind of go into a cutscene and leave the apartment. I have cut out most of the cutscene, so I won't spoil anything, but pretty much this cutscene leads into the Act 2, leads into the part in the Act 2 demo, which you can play through now. And also, if you want to see how part of the Act 2 demo was made, there is a devlog showcasing that. I will leave the link in the description. Currently, the way the game is set up, it operates in acts, and the story is sequential in these acts, and the story is progressed further. And there's currently only one act, with the exception of the Act 2 demo out. But Act 2 will be released sometime this year, in Q1, and this will further progress the story. Lastly, before ending this video, I want to create the Act 2 description, because currently there is no act description, and it's just blank. That's pretty much it. So thanks for watching, and tune in next devlog to see the game progress further.